Hey everybody, how's it going? A bit of a painting update. Firstly, I have not touched Belial, so if anybody's waiting to see my mediocre Belial, sorry. Hopefully next weekend or something. But he will be done soon. Belial's like virtually done. He's just gotta do detail stuff. But we have here the Dreadnought Done. And you can see on the back he's got like a purity sealed thing, whatever you want to call that. I don't quite know. I guess like a banner, a mini banner. Mini like who's kill marking banner or something like that you see on Titans. Only now it's on him. Obviously, he's not a Titan, but he's a walker. Kind of fits. So what type of Dreadnought is this? Well, it's a Dreadnought for my Iron Hands. Well, Iron Hands. I don't have any yet. Remember I've been talking about the Space Wolves being a good codex for Brisant. Another aspect of the fluff of the Iron Hands. And the generic Space Wolf codex does it very well too, with just having Master of the Forge, and I could always just run this guy as a Venerable Dreadnought in the Space Marine codex if I wanted to use the regular Space Marine army list. But he's going to be my HQ for my Iron Hands army utilizing the Space Wolves codex. Now it's not going to be playing Space Wolves in the color of Iron Hands. I'm going to pick apart the Space Wolves codex and field Iron Hands from it. So I'm going to play it I'm just going to be fielded fluff-wise and play-wise very Iron Handsy, utilizing the Space Wolf codex. So I'm really going to be denying it a lot of things. If that made any sense, I hope it did. What I mean is, a lot of times you can do a DIY chapter or something where you just play it just like Space Wolves, but it's from closely, and these guys are not going to play like Space Wolves. They're just using the codex. They're going to play very Iron Handsy. So this is him, the Forge World Dreadnought Mark 4 or whatever, with the Forge World Iron Hands upgrade, with the Ferris plaque on the arms. I don't quite know what those backwards are, but whatever. Then you have one of the cogs to represent the clan, and you have the Iron Hand symbol, and a purity seal on the plasma cannon. I kept him very bare bones. You may wonder, he doesn't look very ornate. Well, the Iron Hands don't do much too ornate anyway, so I figured it would fit right in. Also, while the Venerable Dreadnought Mark 4 that they sell looks great and it has like the gilded sides and whatnot, which is very cool, it has stuff here. Like I wouldn't be able to put any of these symbols here, and I really wanted the symbols on the Dreadnought, so I went with this regular one. This is great for like Dark Angels and Space Wolves who have their own plastic symbols you can put right onto this model if you wanted to. Even with the drop pod comes with a symbol for, I believe, Black Templars, Ultramarines, Dark Angels, Blood Angels. I don't know what other chapters. I think Imperial Fists, and that symbol is probably about the size of the cog. And you just chop off a little nub on the back to make it sit flush, and you can glue it right on your Dreadnought or your vehicles, and it works really well. Anyway, let me try to get a better angle. He is finished, and he's on a plasma cannon. He's going to count as Bajoran the Fell-Handed. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Bajoran the Fell-Handed really quick. I know I did a codex into the Space Wolves. I just finished it. I talked about him in the special characters. I want to give him a little bit more because I feel he's going to be underused. And what I mean is, out of all the special characters, I think he will be used the least, if one of the ones used the least, because he's an Initiative 3 Dreadnought. So, potentially a regular Dreadnought can beat him up in close combat because they'll go before him. He's a vehicle, a walker, but he's still a vehicle, so you can blow up in one shot. Even though he's 13 front armor and venerable and has a 5+ invuln save on the vehicle damage chart, he's still a vehicle and can suffer from the one-shot wonder. However, also, he's Initiative 3, which is I'm okay with. I mean, I'm not really worried about that. I'm going to throw him up against things I know that probably won't be able to hurt him for close combat, like Guardian Squads or Tau, Fire Warriors, stuff like that. He also doesn't have extra armor. Now, if you read the fluff on Bajoran the Fell-Handed, I'm not even talking about my counts as Bajoran, just the special character in general. The oldest living Dreadnought, walked in the town of the Emperor, served Limon Russ as his Wolf Guard. Got interred in a Dreadnought armor. It's a custom Dreadnought armor 13, special invuln save, because he just refuses to die. but it's specifically the custom Dreadnought armor, and you're not gonna give him some extra armor, but you can give him a run-of-the-mill Dreadnought. Not that there really is a run-of-the-mill Dreadnought; they're all very sacred. But you're gonna give like a regular Dreadnought extra armor, but your huge symbol of your chapter and something that's of grave importance to you is not gonna have extra armor. It's just really annoying. But I guess that's alright. I guess I feel the venerable and the invuln save is going to save you. I probably should for the most part. But anyway, that's just that. He comes with an assault cannon base, which is great. You can upgrade and have a twinning glass cannon for points, or the plasma cannon for free. I went with the plasma cannon for free because he's also ballistic skill 6 as well as weapon skill 6. So I think that ballistic skill 6 will come in handy in frying things with plasma. So yeah, that's why it looks like this. Now, originally I said magnetize the arms, and I tried to magnetize these arms, and this arm worked okay. It just didn't look that good. It looked too far out because this is very thin. So I just glued this arm because I can't change it anyway, and I wouldn't want to. But the plasma cannon arm, while it held, it was very loose because this is a solid piece of resin. From like here forward is all the weight, and the hole is like right around here. So you really do not have the strength in the magnets that I had, which are pretty good magnets, to hold the plasma cannon up. It would always sway down, especially at the angle of Dreadnought standing. So I reluctantly glued them both on, although I do like the fact that now it's a very secure model, and they'll move, since they can move around, it's going to be used a lot and transported. I won't have to worry about it chipping, paint, or anything from moving. But for regular Games Workshop Dreadnoughts with their arms, the Games Workshop Dreadnought and the Games Workshop arms that come with the Dreadnought work fine with friction. You don't need to take them on. You don't need to magnetize them or glue them. But considering it's the only way I'm going to field him, I just went with it, and if it bites me in the butt, it bites me in the butt. As you can see, he's on the base, and this is how the Dreadnought's going to be on it. Very like like I showed you, the ruined urban slash corrupted type of base, with the Rhino door looking all burnt and mangled. Well, not just burnt really, and damaged. It's a Slaanesh Rhino door. I don't really know what Emperor's Children rhinos look like for Chaos Space Marines, so everybody paints them differently. But I figured a bright pink door would fit in with their Noise Marines and whatnot, so I figured it would be proper to have the Iron Hands have Emperor's Children, Debitage, ooh, fancy word there, and ruins and stuff on their base. If you go with the fluff that Ferrus Manus was slain by Fulgrim, they fought the Emperor's Children. Emperor's Children used to be very close with the Iron Hands. Ferrus Manus and Fulgrim used to be very close, and the whole betrayal, and then the fact that Fulgrim killed Ferrus Manus and stuff like that on the drop site massacre. I figured it was very fitting to put like Rhino doors or like shoulder pads and maybe a head or two, helmet wise, on the bases when I make my Iron Hands to show like they're fighting the Emperor's Children. So that's why I went with that, kind of to support the fluff a bit. At least from what we know. I don't know if they still hold a grudge. They hate all chaos, so I imagine, you know, why not? So there we go. He's going to be the HQ. I do plan on having an Iron Priest in the army, so he's going to like ride shotgun with the Iron Priest. Well, the Iron Priest riding shotgun with him to keep him moving, hopefully. So that'll be fun. But I just wanted to show you this guy. I'm really happy with how he turned out. He's not shaded. I might go back and do some shading later. I really wanted to give him the, from what I've seen Iron Hands wise, they're very dark, light on the shading if at all, and I wanted to give that feel while having the hand symbol on his actual hand gleaming in the mithril silver, which what they are. So to fit in, I'm very happy with that. And he is pinned, which is why I'm spinning him around. So that's pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed the model. It was a lot of fun to paint. The next model I'm going to finish probably next weekend when I have time to paint again will be Belial. I'll show you that. And from there on in, who knows what I'm going to paint, what I'm going to do. You just have to wait and see. I don't even know yet. So anyway, hope you enjoy. I know there's plenty of ways people will probably touch up this model, make it look a ton of times better. I'm happy with the results. I like it. So yeah, you can leave your comments on it, but I'm probably not going to do too much other than some light highlighting down the road. So feel free to leave comments though, and ask any questions or whatever. I do have a Dark Angels Dreadnought, the Dark Angels specific Dreadnought, and I'm going to do a how to build a Forge World Dreadnought using that in the future. I just don't know when yet. So until next time, take it easy.